Going on, guys? How's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend? Going on, guys? How's everyone doing? We'll get started here in 2 minutes. Let's just wait for some people to roll through. Hey, Aries, let's go. You finally made it. What's up, Chris? You were working the entire weekend. Are you working today? What's up, Avdog? How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Let's get some activity here in the chat. All right, let's anyone have any questions before we get started? Don't be afraid to leave a comment. I know a lot of people don't really leave comments, but if you have any questions or concerns or something regarding your trading, please ask. All right. So, SPY. Here's the 5-day chart on SPY, right? So, bull trades indicator to the cloud. We're still green. We're testing this 21 EMA on the 5-day chart. And for now, we're holding. So still no concern. Still bullish, right? Still green, still bullish. If we take a look at the daily, I think next level we need to hold is right around this level, 425. Right, this old resistance turned into a support here, which we have a higher low right here. So still bullish, Chris, still bullish. But if we break below this 425 level, I'll probably end up, just sitting on my hands again and waiting for good opportunities, right? Like last week, I didn't really take too many positions. I think I only took 1 or 2 trades, right? Because I typically only look for calls. It's just what I'm comfortable with. But yeah, if we can, let's go into the smaller time frame. It kind of looks like we're forming like a little inverse head and shoulders here, right? So maybe I'll look for a nice little day trade. on Monday or Tuesday. So this is definitely something I'm watching, right? So we have a little left shoulder, right shoulder. I mean, left shoulder, head, and a potential right shoulder here, right? So if we can break over 436.97, that will be my entry for calls, right? I'm going to set an alert right before, and then I'll set one on my line as well. So I'm notified, right? I set one before and on the breakout level, just so I keep my eye on it before the move actually happens and I can enter when it's breaking out. But definitely watching this small intraday pattern, right? This is on the 1 hour. Here's the 30-minute. Definitely watching that. QQQ, 5-day. Right, same thing, still green all the way up. This trend line, what's up, Nickel? How you doing? Omar is bullish. What are you guys? Yeah, everyone who's here, drop a comment. Are you bullish or bearish going into this week? I'd like to know like what you guys are. But again, right, nothing to worry, nothing too bearish here, I don't think. Right, it's just another dip in the uptrend, right? So if we take a look at the overall trend, we're from the bottom left to the top right, right? So we're still in a bullish trend. We're not seeing consolidation yet. But we need to see what happens here, right? The next couple of days are going to be pretty important. If we take a look at the daily, right? MACD starting to, it looks like we're going to have a curl up. So that's bullish. Bullish. What's up, Eric? Bullish. Awesome. All right, so everyone's bullish. No one said bearish. So it's good to know. But yeah, I like tech going into this week. Again, this previous support, right? This is a pretty significant support, 352. We had a higher low. So if we can reclaim these EMAs and push up back to this 369 level, that would be ideal. Omar, that's a good mindset to have. Don't do anything until, right? You want to plan the trade and trade the plan. I have a post-it note right in front of me that says that. Because I know if I take this post-it note and I throw it away, I'll probably not follow that rule. So plan the trade and trade the plan. If there's no setup, there's no trade. So again, bullish on tech. IWM, I mean, this chart is due for a move, right? Take a look at the MACD. We're right at support here on this long-term, like this trend line right here from the March lows. And this consolidation period is about 1 year long, right? So from about February to now. Kyle says bullish on tech, but I want to see next 3 days for everything else. Yeah, plus we're in a new quarter now. And the government shutdown the bill just got approved, so we're not going to be shutting down. So, you know, I think there's nothing to be worried about here. But in general, you should never be worried about, right? Because you should manage your risk, size right, and you know, don't over position yourself, because if there is a dip, right, you don't want to be taken out of the game. But IWM is so due for a move. It kind of looks like we're forming like a little triangle here, right? So there, like close enough, right? Does the job. Right at support here on this red trend line. So if we can break over, ideally, this level, right? So if we can break over like 227, 228, and again test this top trend line, which there's multiple touches across the board, we should see small caps start to see a nice bull run. So this is due for a move. I mean, this consolidation period is way too long, and it's due. It really is. It's the only thing that's been lagging, right? Tech and SPY have been on a rampage. So definitely looking for that. Amazon daily. Do you guys want me to go through daily time frames, or do you want me to look for like 5-15 minute setups? I could do either, but I usually like the daily on Sundays, because I like to see, you know, the overall setup. If we're like at support like Amazon is, right, this could see a multiple day or multiple week bull run, right? Which is why I look at the daily. If I was looking at the 5 or 15-minute time frame, then you know that's going to be a quick play, a scalp, or a day trade, right? So I like to look at the daily on Sunday to see the overall sentiment that I'm going to have on a ticker going into the week, right? So Amazon, right? This support line, we have 1 touch, 2 touch, and now 3 touches. Kind of like a falling wedge, not really a falling wedge, just like a downtrend channel back to support. But I'm looking for a bounce here. I think you know, Amazon is due. I'm bullish on tech, so I like this for a multiple day move back to the upside to retest this trend line. So I want to see a move back up to this old resistance, which was a support, right? So old support turned into a new resistance. I want to see a move back up to 33.88. What up, Donnie Stokes? How you doing? Which this would be a great play. Right, even on the smaller time frame, right? We have this main resistance level, and if we can break over, that would be ideal. Ideally, the entry point on this is going to be one of these levels right here, right? So we have old support, reclaimed what it broke through, and now we're rejecting here. So if we can break through 3290, even 3300 would be a good level to break, right? So it really depends on how early you want to get in. 3290, 98 could be an entry point, right? This old support. Yeah, but I really like this. I'll probably play this over 3290. Get in early, size smaller than I would. And then if we break through 3300, add more to my position and play for a move up to around 3350. And then 3388. That's exactly how I would play that. So I'm going to set my alert. And set my alert right here. Inside bar on the daily. For what? Oh, ORCL. All right, I'll go over a bunch of setups that you guys want to see at the end here. Square I put on my list, right? I always look at Square. It gives it moves nice, and options are pretty good on Square, or very good on Square. But nice falling wedge, right? So we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and now 4. And now we have 2 inside days on the daily, right? So this mother bar, we have 2 inside days on the daily. So what does that mean? To the downside, entry would be 235.22. And then if it can break 246.24, that would be the trigger if you played it like that. But if we can break 246.24, I think we see a move back up to this white trend line and a breakout. This is definitely looking good. Right, these fib levels, let me make this brighter. These fib levels are from the swing low to the swing high. So we are right in the golden zone, right, between the 0.5 and the 618. If this area can hold and we see a move over that 246.24, I think we see a breakout, and we'll retest the high of this flag, right, which is 289.23. Looks very good. I will check out those setups once I'm done covering this list. AMD, I think this is like the highest watch on my list this week. Multiple touches across the bottom, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect falling wedge, right? We had that fake breakout last week, but we ended up coming down when SPY and the market dropped a little bit. But we reclaimed perfectly. This old resistance, we bounced perfectly, right? So we touched perfectly on that level, 99.23, and now we had a higher low. So that's definitely bullish. Looking for a breakout this week. I think we could see a multiple week run and potentially test the highs over here. Really like the setup. Right, even this oversold. Earnings is coming up on the 27th, so we still have some time. It's only the 4th, so. Well, tomorrow's the 4th. But definitely watching this for a multiple day run. Tesla, kind of like the setup. I think it's due for a couple more days of consolidation. I think we retest this red trend line. But take a look. So we have old resistance right here. We broke through 2 nice green candles. We retested. We bounced right off of it. I kind of want to see this falling wedge retest this red trend line, and bounce off the 764 level, right? This old resistance turning into a new support again. That would be some extra confirmation. But yeah, a nice falling wedge here to this level would be ideal before breaking out. But over 799, which is where this rejected, we could potentially see a run all the way to the highs, honestly. So definitely watching this. I added this to my watch list just because I do like how the price moved. We had this flag, we had this line of support right here, multiple touches across the bottom. This level we broke through no problem, right? And we broke through, we retested the top here. Yeah, here we go. We retested the top trend line, right here. We rejected, we pulled back right to support, right? So old resistance, this, let me change the color so I could tell you what I'm talking about. So this green line acted as a level of resistance, which is why we shot through, we pulled back, we saw some continuation, and then we pulled back again once we retested the next level. So now we have another retest and we saw a continuation again. So if we can break over the 615.60 level, we should see 619, and then if we can break through 619 and continue to the upside. Yeah, Netflix has been crazy. Seen some significant price increase. GameStop, I added this to my watch list again. Just, I know a lot of people watch it, but this chart is getting very, very tight. Right, resistance from that 483 level. Kind of a perfect trend line, right? Multiple touches across the board. And this bottom trend line, multiple touches across the board as well. So I just put this on my watch list because it is getting very tight, right? We have higher and higher lows and lower highs. So I figured I would just throw this on there just to, potentially keep this on your eye. And because if this catches some volume and some action, this is obviously going to fly. But yeah, that's really all I have to say to that one. PLTR, I know a ton of people love this stock. We're at support here, right? We're right below, but it looks like a fake out before the breakout. We have multiple touches across the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on, right? So if we can reverse, this is the spot that it's going to. If we bounce right here, I'll look for an entry over that level, right? So we have old support, which should act as new resistance. If we break through, I think we see a continuation back up to the 2750 level. PayPal, this is actually one of my higher watches as well this week, right? So multiple touches across the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5. Falling wedge right to support. So if we can break through this old level of support, right? So we bounced here, we bounced twice here. So 266.60 should act as a level of resistance. If not, we'll see a nice green candle breakthrough, and this breakthrough would result in a breakthrough of this pink trend line as well, right? So 1, 2, and 3 touches. So confluence on that resistance level. If we can break through, I think we'll retest this white trend line here. And see him move back up to around 280, 290. Definitely watching that. This one I put on here, I know it was getting some action. The volume was pretty crazy last week or 2 weeks ago. And the setup's pretty nice. And I know they have a pretty high short float. So this could totally squeeze. Inverse head and shoulders right here, right? So we have the left shoulder, head, and then the right shoulder, and the neckline of 43.81, right? We broke through last week, but it rejected this resistance level. So if it can break through again, like 44, I think we see a massive, massive move and potentially retest, 55 or 60 at least. 68 would be wild if we could retest the top here. But definitely watching this. Set my alert. Twitter, this has been, setting up for a long time. Multiple touches across the bottom. Inverse head and shoulders, right? So we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. Extended right shoulder. We had that breakout last week, but it reclaimed because of the market. But it held this level perfectly. So definitely watching this. Ideally, the breakout level is over here, but you could play this intraday move. We do have a little gap to fill right here. But definitely keep this on your watch list. Massive inverse head and shoulders. Higher and higher lows and lower highs. And then I figured I would just put Bitcoin on here, right? Because Bitcoin plays move pretty nicely when Bitcoin goes. So here's Bitcoin, right? We have a falling wedge breakout and now some consolidation right before the next level of resistance, right? So this level right here is going to act as resistance, right? So old support turned into a new resistance, and now we reject it again. We're consolidating right below, waiting for a move back to the upside. So if this 48834 level can break, we should see a move back to 52,956 and potentially break out to maybe even 60K again. So definitely watching this. That means Riot, Mara, all those Bitcoin plays. Hood. I wonder how Hood looks. Yeah, Hood's not really doing much. What about Mara? Kind of decent. Looks pretty good. I mean, this could totally move. I'll set an alert just in case. The retest on Bitcoin, it needs to break over this 48834 level, right? So this resistance, look how we're consolidating right below. It's setting up for a move over that. All right, let's go over some chart requests. What did you guys want to see, crowd? Let's see. Let's see what we got. What football games is everyone looking forward to watching today? Anything special? What teams do you guys root for? I do like this, right? So we have multiple touches across the top, multiple touches across the bottom. This green trend line, right? It's not too perfect, but it does the job. If we can break through and break this candle here, right? 252.62. Potentially see a move back to the upside, break through these EMAs. 821 EMA, bullish crossover, bullish MACD, declining volume. So, all the signals are there. I'll set my alert right around here. Oh, Nick, you're a Giants fan? Me too. Oh, we got a Cowboys fan in here. Chris is a dirty Eagles fan. Those damn Eagles, Chris. I hate the Eagles. Giants are 100% taking an L versus Saints today. Um, if the Eagles beat the Chiefs, Chris, that would be wild. Cowboys are playing the Panthers. I would take the Cowboys. I'm looking forward to the tonight's game, Bucks versus Patriots. I also like watching the Ravens play. There's a bunch of good games today. New York Jets are just a lost cause. They stink. But I hate Eagles fans. They're brutal. The pigeons. That's funny. But back on topic here. Sorry for going on a little rant. This looks good. I totally like this. Totally like this. Let's see what else you guys wanted to see. Um, ORCL. Little inside bar action. Um, let's see what we got. This I'd wait for this top trend line break right around 92. Um, Other than that, there's really no setup besides the inside bar. Right, so you could play the 91.58 break, but the next target would be right that candle 92. So um, I think it could see continuation. Right, we're seeing higher and higher lows. Um, but this isn't like a setup that I would typically look for. Right, I look for falling wedges, bull flags, like 618 bounces. Um, so that's what I look for. Let's see what else was next. Crowd, I did Moderna. Let's check out Moderna and then D-Dog. I'm trying to go in order, by the way. Here's Moderna, right? Saw a steep sell-off. I'm pretty sure this was based, or this was because another pharmaceutical company came out with some news about a pill or something. But I'm not too sure, so don't quote me on that. But steep drop. This next trend line is the next area of support, right? So we have multiple touches across the board, and it bounced kind of like perfectly. I mean, you can like adjust this to here, whatever. But I don't really like playing these kind of setups. It's obviously everyone has their own opinion. Do as you please, but we do have a gap fill above, so definitely watch that. Right, so over 359.12. We should see a move to around 370, 375. So that's the only play I would consider on this for now. Let's check out D-Dog. Some of these charts are just crazy, man. Like again, this is probably bullish. It kind of has like a nice channel here. All right, something like that. Potentially can keep moving to the upside, but not a setup that I would typically play. One, because I look for both legs and inverse head and shoulders and that stuff. But yeah, I think this could test up here, right? Just following the price action. Looks pretty good though, right? Could definitely see some continuation back to the highs. Right, area of confluence like right around here. Yeah, that's all I really have to say for that one. It's the skills asking if they bottomed out. Yeah, like skills is a lost cause. I don't know too much about the company, but let's see if we did an inverse, right? So this is inverse of the chart. Kind of an inverse head and shoulders, right? Left, head, right. But I don't know. I always like to take a look at the inverse, but I don't really know too much about the fundamentals, right? This would be more of a fundamental play. Um, right? We were at 46, and now we're at 9. So, right, and if you take a look, if you want to play calls, right, this is not ideal. One, because we're from the top left of the chart to the bottom right, right? So we're in an overall downtrend. So you're going to be fighting the bears on this. What else do you want to see? Wish. Yeah, I mean, this isn't my kind of style of trading, so like I'm not the best person to be asking for these kind of plays, right? I don't really play these low cap or these highly volatile kind of trades, I guess you could say. Right, this isn't really my area of expertise. But personally, if I had to give advice, we're in an overall downtrend. There's no really good setup, and when there's no setup, there's no trade. That's just how I would look at it, right? But anyone could play this a different way. Only thing is, there is this gap right here, right? So you could play the gap, but that's over 786, which is like a 30-40% move from where we are. Yeah, about a 50% move just to even test that level. So wouldn't really touch it. Root. Is this what I just did? No. Same thing, right? Same exact chart. Not even gonna talk about it. What else do you want to see? NVIDIA. So this was my chart that I had on a video already. We recently just broke through. Let me just delete this and I'll go over it again. Yeah, so I had this trend line here. Whoops. Right, so this was the trend line that I wanted to see hold, right? Because we bounced here. We bounced here again. We saw that move to the upside, but we rejected this level right here, right? So we had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 rejected, fell below the EMAs. We even fell below this low, right? But we reclaimed. So if this 207 level, right, yeah, 207, 206.62 level can hold, then I would be bullish, right? Because we have this old resistance, retested again, failed, broke through, nice bullish action through that resistance level, came back down, retested as a new support. And now we're sitting at that level once again. So if the 206.62 level can hold, then I would still be bullish and look for a breakthrough to test this trend line up here. No problem, Eric. Thank you for actually coming and staying and not getting bored. Definitely can't say I'm fun to listen to, but wait, one question. Is the quality of the stream good? I could stream in higher quality, but I'm looking at it on my computer. It doesn't look like it's clear. Let me know. If it's not clear, I'll start streaming in like 4K. Not that you really need some high quality picture, but let me know how the stream looks. But yeah, this is the main level I'll be watching. 206.62. If it can hold, I'll play to the upside. If it falls back down, I wouldn't even look at it. CVS. Whoops. Good. I mean, I could start streaming and I'm using, what am I using? Streamlabs. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs right now, but the numbers are a little blurry. All right, so next stream, I could stream in 4K. I could stream in 8K if I wanted to. I got like my computer can handle it. Um, but I don't think YouTube stream in that high of a setting. I don't know. I'll look into it, but I'll look for 1080p or even higher next time. But yeah, let's see. Right, so we rejected this top trend line perfectly. Right, one touch, two touch, three touch. But let's see. Hold on. All right, so it kind of looks pretty nice actually. I like that it's higher and higher lows, and this candle is pretty bullish to me. Oh, there's no YouTube cap out. Okay. Right, higher and higher lows. It needs to break this level, right, for me to play this personal setup. Yeah, I have like 1 gig speed. I can totally handle it. I have 1 gig speeds. I have a Ryzen 9 5950X processor. And the motherboard can totally handle it. I have 64 gigs of RAM now. I went all out on my computer. But could totally stream 4K. But yeah, I like this setup a lot. I think it just needs a little bit more time, Nick. Um, and it will be good. DraftKings is a good one to look at, actually. So, okay, so I was looking at this. One scenario is this red trend line, right? So we have multiple touches across the board, right? We kind of bounced off of it. We had the massive sell-off when we broke through this level, and then we retested and rejected, and then again we retested and rejected again. So this is one scenario, right? We can potentially see a move back to the top, and this would be a resistance level. But then also this white trend line, right? So we have old resistance, new support, new support, new support, and support again. Nice bullish action right off the lows. So this, I think, honestly, with sports betting coming back, I really like DraftKings, right? Sports betting is going like full throttle here. It's becoming legal in more and more states. They're getting more and more approvals. And from a technical aspect, chart's pretty bullish to me. I think this will test this white trend line, and if not, break through and see some more upside. Definitely like DraftKings. Yeah, I know Kathy has been buying into DraftKings. I wonder how Penn looks. Oh yeah, so I was going over this with Father actually. So again, this white trend line, right? I think we could potentially see a wave 3, which this wave 3 is indicating that this is a wave 1 and this is a wave 2 pullback. And we just broke this trend line in the smaller time frame, right? So we just broke through. For this to be a wave 3, we would need to see 8640. That would confirm a wave 3. But I like how we have higher and higher lows, and we just broke through that red trend line. A bearish scenario on the pen stock is we have a head and shoulders here. That's the only bearish thing I could see for this, right? So we have our left, our head, and our right shoulder. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to inverse the chart, and you'll see, right? So we have the left, the head, and the right, right? So if it broke through the 6102 level, you would play this to the upside, and the target would be first this one, which is 5909, and then you would target this level, right? Because support, and then it broke through, which is 3918. So that's a bearish scenario. But since this candle broke down to the downside, right, it needs 86.40 to potentially test this region here. That's the inverse, which I always like to take a look at the inverse, just to give like a different perspective on the chart. But looks great. I think sports betting is going to do very well. What is going on here? As I'm talking about, my computer can handle it. I can't load the 5-day chart. Alrighty, I guess we're not going to look at the 5-day. What about the 1 week? I guess the 1 week wants to load. But yeah, bullish on these sports betting stocks. I wonder what ARK. Okay. Just broke to the downside. That's not a good sign, but damn. Kathy has such a long-term strategy though, so she knows what she's doing. What's your guys' opinions on ARK and Kathy? I'd like to see your guys' opinions. I'm a big fan of ARK-G. I think the genomic sector is going to explode in the coming years. Right, with all the advancements in technology, super oversold. Right, I love the this. Yeah, time will tell. Time will definitely tell. IWM. So how do I do that? I've never really done that. Will that even work? Is this a thing? Am I looking at the right thing, Herb? Chris, what's the ticker on that? Yeah, Wall Street hates Kathy, probably because she was so successful last year and gained that huge following. Um, ARC F. Yeah, this chart looks pretty sweet. Right, like that neckline, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's pretty cool, actually. Definitely looks like it's gonna break out. That's a nice fallen wedge, if you ask me. Nice little rounded bottom. Yeah, she got a lot of followers off that. Which one's your favorite, Chris? Yeah, that Tesla prediction. What's the ticker for that BlackRock iShares ETF? I'd like to take a look at the chart. This looks identical actually to ARK. All right, can I do IRBO/ARK or ARKF? Would that work? I don't really know how that works, but right, IRBO looks exactly like ARKF. Looks the exact same. Yeah, this chart is like identical to that. And RK kinda. And RG. What about Arc W? They all look the same, obviously, right? Um, so we'll see what happens. Time will tell. Just like who said time will tell? Abram Sear. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but whoops. Yeah, I know BlackRock has BlackRock's awesome. Definitely a good long term stock to hold. ETF. BTEK. Nice inverse head and shoulders again. Right? They all kind of look pretty similar. But you guys have any questions about like trading in general besides charts? Something you guys can actually take away for longer than a week? Um, but yeah, let's finish around here. Football is about to start. Big day of football. Um, let's have a good Sunday. I like doing these streams earlier now, right? Everyone has the day to watch this video when it gets uploaded to YouTube, so people can watch as they like before Monday. Um, yeah, Square I covered already. Here's my chart. But 12:59 on my end. Everyone have a good Sunday. If you have any questions, DM me, DM an analyst, whoever. Anyone will answer you. Um, let's have a good trading week. No setup, no trade. Don't get stupid with your position sizing. I know so many people. It's so hard not to in the beginning because you see, how much you can make, but it comes with time and patience is the biggest thing. But thank you, man. Have a good day as well. Everyone, stay safe and let's go